The truth has finally emerged, confirming that Rachel Zegler, once celebrated for her role in West Side Story, is now at the center of one of the most controversial and disastrous moments in Hollywood. Disney's ill-fated Snow White remake has become a massive PR nightmare, and Zegler is the face of this mess. By the end of this video, you'll wonder why Disney ever decided to cast her and why she wasn't cancelled much sooner. Despite the fact that Rachel Zegler has become one of the most hated actresses in Hollywood, her involvement in Snow White has only fueled more hatred. The live-action trailer of the film has 12,000 more dislikes than likes, a clear indicator of the backlash. Hollywood in 2024 has been in full meltdown mode, and Disney is leading the charge. Their stubborn commitment to their diversity, equity, and inclusion agenda has blown up in their faces, and Snow White 2025 is at the center of this debacle. At the heart of it all is Zegler, who somehow turned what should have been a golden opportunity into a PR disaster. It all started with Zegler's bold political comments that only made things worse. Instead of winning audiences over, her remarks sparked an intense backlash. It reached such a point that Disney was forced to intervene and make her issue an awkward apology. But here's the problem: the damage was already done. The public wasn't convinced by her apology, and the outrage only grew louder. You'd think this would be a wake-up call for Disney, but instead, they've been scrambling behind the scenes to salvage the film and Zegler's reputation. Spoiler alert: it's not going well.
Zegler is the most hated actress in all of Hollywood. Rachel Zegler's Snow White live-action trailer has 12,000% more dislikes than likes.
The real story has finally come out, confirming the cancellation of what was supposed to be a star-making moment for Rachel Zegler. Known for her role in West Side Story, Zegler is now more infamous for her disastrous involvement in Disney's Snow White remake. You might wonder why Disney even hired her in the first place, and why they didn't cancel her earlier. Zegler's portrayal of Snow White has become one of the most disliked trailers in recent history, garnering 12,000 more dislikes than likes. This has only added fuel to the growing frustration surrounding Hollywood in 2024, with Disney leading the charge in pushing their diversity, equity, and inclusion agenda. Predictably, this has backfired spectacularly, with Snow White 2025 being at the center of this mess. Zegler, instead of capitalizing on a major opportunity, has managed to turn it into a public relations nightmare. The root of this issue lies in her bold political comments. Rather than winning fans over, Zegler's remarks sparked a firestorm of backlash. The public outrage was so intense that Disney had to force her into issuing a somewhat awkward apology. Though it was too late, the damage was done. The public wasn't buying it, and the anger continued to swell. You would think this would be a wake-up call for Disney, but no. They've been scrambling behind the scenes trying to salvage both the film and Zegler's reputation. Spoiler alert: it's not going well.
Ratioed harder than anything. This is a harder ratio than The Acolyte. So in case Disney wonders what's on the horizon, this like 12-to-1 ratio
between Rachel Zegler's ongoing controversies, the public trashing of Snow White, and the never-ending drama between Disney executives, this fiasco has created serious headaches for Bob Iger and his team. Even famed writer Greta Gerwig and director Mark Webb are regretting being involved in this mess. Disney's decision-making has been deeply problematic. They've been pulling strings behind the scenes, but every move they make seems to make the situation worse. The public's outrage is only growing, and their latest move only proves how deep the hole is. Enter the elusive Snow White trailer, which Disney has been treating like classified information. A few select people got a glimpse of it in private screenings, but the studio is refusing to release it widely because they know it will be ripped apart online. This secrecy speaks volumes about their lack of confidence in the project. Now, here's the shocking twist. Disney has started canceling nearly all of Zegler's promotional activities related to the film. The most notable cancellation is her performance at the world premiere in March 2025. Zegler was supposed to perform as Snow White, guitar in hand, singing to charm the audience, but that has been scrapped. Worse still, her planned performance at the 2025 Oscars has also been cancelled, along with several other key interviews meant to push the film's agenda. Ziegler's face was supposed to represent Disney's diversity efforts, but now it seems Disney is distancing themselves entirely from her.
You know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird.
If you thought the Rachel Zegler Snow White saga couldn't get any messier, think again. Disney's handling of this entire situation is descending into utter chaos, and the cracks are starting to show. From cancelled performances to disastrous test screenings, this project is quickly spiraling out of control. Snow White wasn't just a film for Zegler. It was supposed to be the project that would determine her future in Hollywood. However, everything about the project is falling apart. Snow White's test screenings have been an unmitigated disaster, with 7 rounds in and not a single one landing well with audiences. This isn't just a minor hiccup. It's a major red flag. Disney is delaying the release of the trailer, but let's be honest, this is more about postponing the inevitable. So, what's next for Snow White and Zegler? Disney has started slashing her involvement in every major promotional event. From public appearances to performances at the Oscars and even her holiday parade gigs, everything has been quietly scrapped. For a film already struggling, losing these moments of promotion is like sinking without a life raft.
It's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Naturally, Zegler isn't staying silent about all of this. On social media, she's accusing Disney of discrimination, claiming the studio is sabotaging her career. Her team has already accused Disney of going back on promises made in her contract. Behind the scenes, insiders have described Zegler's behavior as unhinged, with tensions rising between her and Disney's executives. The actress is reportedly looking for ways to take legal action or fight back against what she views as a betrayal by the studio. Meanwhile, Disney is in full damage control mode, trying to manage the fallout from a movie that hasn't even hit theaters yet. At this point, it's hard to predict what Disney will do to salvage this disaster. The public has made it clear they're not interested in a Snow White remake, especially one tangled in so much controversy. Ziegler's involvement and Disney's relentless push of their agenda have turned what should have been a classic reimagining into an ongoing catastrophe. With the trailer missing, performances cancelled, and marketing falling apart, it's clear the project is sinking faster than anyone could have imagined.
And then even Disney got on its heels and they're like, we're going to reshoot the movie immediately. Like, we're going to make some changes because there was so much backlash to her arrogance and just inanity.
So how bad is it for Rachel Zegler? Between the controversies, the public backlash, and the mounting setbacks, her career is looking grim. Her big project, Snow White, is quickly shaping up to be a box office bomb. It's not just a PR nightmare. It's a stark warning to Disney and to Hollywood in general. The gamble they took with Zegler and their broader agenda has backfired in spectacular fashion. Now, Disney is left trying to salvage a sinking ship. And the final disaster is yet to be seen. Snow White will be released next year, and it's looking like a disaster of epic proportions. What do you think about the disastrous remake of Snow White and Ziegler's unhinged behavior? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more updates on the latest Hollywood train wrecks. See you next time.
That they ever won an Academy Award with was Snow White. It's beloved by, children and parents all over the world. And she says that that's actually a very creepy story. A woman doesn't need to be rescued by